Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host, and we're coming to you live from our beautiful studios here at BNN TV, and you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3290, and Dave and the great staff of BNN are in the other room answering the phone, so please give us a call, let us know what's going on in your neighborhood artfully. I love to say that artfully because it's just a great feeling around here in the city. Spring and summer have arrived. There are some farmers markets happening. There are some open studios around the corner, so we're very, very excited here. There's music abuzz everywhere. So thank you for joining us tonight. It's great to have you here. Suzanne Schultz is out on location tonight. They are filming at a gallery unknown to me, but they are going to be bringing back some footage. We're very, very excited about the stuff that Suzanne Schultz and Canvas Fine Arts does for this program. We have a great show tonight. We've got some live music. We've got some great musicians, and we are going to get a chance to meet and talk to them in just a couple of moments. But first, you know what I want to do is I would like to talk, as I do every week, to our good friends who have been tuning in around not only the Boston area, but New England and around the country. Hello, gang out there in Portland, Oregon. Thank you very much for tuning in. Darren, it's always nice to know that there's somebody out there that's paying attention to what we're doing here on the right coast. That doesn't make you the wrong coast. It is the left coast. And, of course, all our friends in upstate New York and in New Jersey. Thank you very much for tuning in to us tonight. In case you're saying, wait a minute, folks, how do they do that? Well, we do stream live at www.bnntv.org, so anybody around the country gets a chance to see us. Plus, we're also have a YouTube station, which is It's All About Arts 1, and you can get all of the programming that you want. I know I've gotten plenty of requests in the past about doing some, where can I see that show? I missed part of it a couple of weeks ago. Well, that's the place to go. It's All About Arts 1. While I'm talking about this beautiful facility that we're in, you know, if you're sitting at home saying, you know, I'd really like to be able to learn how to do some television, this is the place to come and do it. BNN TV is your public access station in the city of Boston. It is not only a seasoned and great facility and great staffed here, it is the envy of many other access stations because of the way we do things here. There's two sides to the station. There's the nonprofit side, which is this side, which you can come and you can do your nonprofit thing where you can get, you know, make sure people know your mission statement, make sure people know all the great things that you're doing for your community, bring in some guests to talk about it and whatnot. That's this side. The other side is where you kind of, for like, I don't know, very short money, under $50, under $60, come and sign up and become a member here at BNN. And what that does is, I'm not quite sure what the cost is, but I know it's very, very inexpensive, so I shouldn't be quoting money here. But anyways, once you become a member, you have access to all of these amazing classes in Final Cut Pro and Digital Performer. You have all these lighting programs. You have all of these soundboard technicians here teaching you how to do the right kind of thing to produce television. You have these classes where you learn how to go out and do field work, where you'll go and film the local cheerleading competition, bring it back in here to put it up on Final Cut Pro on some of the finest Macintosh computers known, and do all of your editing and stuff right there and get it onto TV. This is the place to come and do that. We're right in the heart of Boston in Eggleston Square, right on Washington Street. You can't miss us as you go by. Great big building. Used to be the power station for the Orange Line for some of you veteran Bostonians. And but the way to get online here, the way to get on TV is to go to that website, www.bnntv.org, and click on Janice Williams. She is the manager of membership, and she's doing some outreach and stuff. And Jim Atwood's the cat that's been here forever. If you have any kind of questions, you're kind of, oh, I'm not sure if this is the right thing for me or if I can do that. I'm going to tell you you can. That's the guy to talk to. So www.bnntv.org gets you right to the website, and you can get all the kind of information you need to do this kind of programming that we're doing here. I mean, if you're watching, you say, if that guy can do it, you're right. Anyone can. So come on down and join us. One other thank you before I introduce our guests to you is that we're very, very fortunate to have ourselves affiliated with the Great Boston Main Streets program. Boston Main Streets is an organization that helps revitalize business districts around the city and the world now. They sharpen their claws and nails and teeth on Rosendale and West Roxbury and Hyde Park. And so what it is they help revitalize business districts by giving the property owners the right demographics so they'll know what kind of business to put in the storefront down front. Once the storefront is full with the business, they bring in a design committee that helps make the place look like it's a really cool place. We know that it's going to be anyways. A really cool place. Help you with your signage, get your sign all up to par and up to snuff with all of the applications and permits and all that stuff you got to go through with the city. They help you through that. And then there's also an organization that runs all of these really, really cool events that brings people down into from the neighborhoods into the business districts so they can discover that new store in the storefront of that building that the property owner now knows all about. So we want to thank them because they've been affiliated with our program for a long time. And boy, I tell you, we are so thrilled and happy to be affiliated with such a great, successful organization. Thank you, guys. So if you see a farmer's market or a concert or something going on, and there's a bunch of people running around with a Main Street t-shirt or a jacket on, please thank them because they're only doing it because they love their community. They're all volunteers. They're only down there because they want their neighborhood to be the best it can be, just like you. So thank them for their support and what they do for us here at It's All About Arts. Enough of that. Oh, there's never enough of it, but enough for now. It's my great pleasure and honor to bring to the set. We have worked tirelessly and gone through many storms and different things to get these women on the show. And it's my great, let me introduce you, please, to Steph Barrak. Hello, Steph. How
Hi.
are you? Thank
Great.
you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having
and
me.
Eva Walsh.
Hi.
Thank you, ladies, for coming in and sticking with us. I mean, that is we've gone through a couple of things. Didn't we get snowed out one time where we couldn't get you guys in here?
Yeah.
But thank you, and we finally got you here, and I am very happy and proud to have you here on the show. You are two fabulous musicians. When we start with Eva here, what instruments do you play? What is if somebody says, hey, what do you do?
Well, I am a former classical violinist turned fiddle player, singer-songwriter, and ukulele lady.
I play the ukulele too,
Oh,
and I have a
really?
classical background. I played upright bass.
No
I played for
way.
Gypso.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Long time ago. But it's not about me.
That's great.
So
No.
when you say you had have a classical background, I get a little giggle out of the fact that you called it a violin there, and then it went to fiddle. Do you drop it off your chin? Do you actually cruck it down here? Come on, I know a little bit about it. No?
I keep a lot of the technique from classical violin. It makes it easier for me to play.
Yeah. So you studied at school?
Yeah, I went to Vanderbilt University at the Blair School of Music, and I was a violin performance major there.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. What a beautiful instrument. The teacher at the school that I teach at, her main instrument is violin. And we hear her up there all the time. Just not a lot of fiddling going on, but she's
Right.
it's an awful lot of fun to listen to her. Steph, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
You are a
Yes.
guitarist.
Guitarist,
Yes.
absolutely.
And how long? And are you a writer as well?
Yeah.
How long has that been going on?
The songwriting, well, so I'm actually completely different from Eva in that I have zero training, actually.
No,
more
don't
of
say
a
that.
more of a songwriter.
Don't say that.
But the songwriting, started very early on, around 7th, 8th grade, when just writing songs on one string.
That's cool. No, that is where it begins.
Yeah.
That's where songwriters do get their chops, is by, when they're really, really young, keeping that journal or just making up new words to old songs and stuff like that. No, really, because that's what I did. That's what I did, but it's a fun way to kind of learn how to do it. Do you guys ever collaborate on anything?
That's a good question. I mean, we tried, I think early on when we started playing together, we kind of thought, why don't we form this new thing, a new band? And but do you remember that?
Yeah, that was short-lived.
Very short-lived. But I think our strengths.
Remember, I asked if there was anything you didn't want to talk about. No,
we have very distinct songwriting styles, and I think we enjoy each other's music, but we weren't entirely sure we could collaborate on one song with like the same lyrics, you know, working on the lyrics together or something like that.
Yeah.
Steph, how does it work?
So, I mean, what we do actually is accompany each other for our own songs, and I think that's really kind of what the groove we've fallen into, and it's really worked for us.
That's good. No, it's absolutely whatever works for you, you know, because I've been in many combinations, and many combinations haven't worked because of one thing or another, but I think that mutual respect for each other's music, liking each other's music, that is a big hurdle. You have no idea how big a hurdle that is, and being able to openly, you know, accept what somebody is contributing. I have a musical partner like that. You know, we kind of come and play the song for each other, and then I get to put what I in, and he puts in what he does, and it ends up being a song. You know, the reason I ask is because, and you said you had no formal training. Does it ever turn? Is there ever a, you know, that's not the relevant minor to G. It should be E.
Eve was really good to me about not, you know, making me aware of some of the wrong things I'm saying.
There's no mistakes.
I don't hear wrong things. I just hear beautiful music.
She's really good to me about it. When I play, I mean, when Eve is playing with me, it all sounds magical. I've never ever heard anything where I've been like, can you not, you know, strum that so hard? Or it's always been perfect every time.
When did the ukulele come into play?
Oh, yeah. That's a good question, actually. I was studying classical violin, and I was thinking about continuing on in grad school, and I was getting a little stressed out, and I was at a music festival, and I needed something to, you know, relieve stress and take my mind away from things. So I ordered a, you know, toy ukulele. It was, I don't know, like $10 online, and started learning songs.
You can play those too, you know.
Yeah, they're great. They're wonderful. Yeah. I spent a lot of time with that one. So I just started picking up songs from there, and it kind of just grew.
That's great. I have a couple of ukes, and in my little circle of great musicians, I get kind of labeled as the uke guy, which is kind of cool.
Hey,
I enjoy,
it's a great world, yeah.
Do you write on the uke, or are you writing on piano, or are you writing on guitar, or?
I started mostly writing on the ukulele.
Yeah.
I have a number of instruments that I try to write songs on now, other than the ukulele, just because I feel if you write on a different instrument, it brings out different things. So I write on guitar and banjo.
You play everything.
Banjo?
I'm not very good.
I'm not this classical violinist who's now playing the ukulele and the banjo. No flies on you. That's pretty cool. I want to, Steph, let's talk a little bit about the songwriting process for you. Are you somebody who can kind of say, you know, next Tuesday I have like a little time in the afternoon, I'm going to try and finish up those 2 or 3 songs that have been rattling around, or break out the tape deck and kind of re-listen to some things, or is it a struck by lightning type of a thing?
Yeah, very much the latter.
Yeah.
I can't. I've tried to kind of schedule songwriting time in, and I really wish I could, but it tends to come in waves.
Yeah.
You know, during a year, I'll have a couple months where I'm just songs are just pouring out of me.
Yeah.
Not good songs, but one out of every couple are okay. And then there are times when I just don't write at all.
Right.
I'll still practice and play, but the songwriting, I find that if I force it, it just doesn't feel right.
Right.
So.
Do you find that when you're just sitting there watching, you know, halftime of the Celtics game, and you're fiddling with your guitar or tooling around or whatever, you're just sitting out back with a cup of tea or something, and it's just practice time and kind of fool around, is that when something kind of comes, that melody, and then you rush to someone? Did you ever hear this before?
Yeah, that's definitely
me,
just the fiddling around, no pun intended, but on the...
Totally pun intended here.
Yeah.
'Cause she's next.
Yeah, that's definitely how it happens.
That's great. That's great. And music first, words later?
Kind of simultaneous.
Okay.
Sometimes music first, but never words first. Yeah.
One of the things I've discovered about us lightning people is that it's usually about something pretty personal. It's either a relation thing or an experience or a happening that's happened to you. Can you fictionize your stuff, or is it something that has to kind of happen to you?
More recently with the songwriting, I've started to fictionize and kind of try to empathize with a situation I've seen on TV and maybe write a song from there. But it definitely does have to, I have to feel the emotion first.
Yeah.
In order for that to work. I cannot just write logically, so.
Okay. Well, that's good. Those are sometimes the greatest songs are the ones that you feel first, you know? Now we'll talk to theory and composition over here.
Oh, no. Those days are behind me.
All right, then I promise never to bring them up again. How's that? No, if they're behind you, and I can understand. Believe me, I can understand that and appreciate it. But what's your kind of writing thing? I mean, is it something that you can settle? There are lots and lots of them out there that can say, okay, I got to polish up this and get it out of the way. And what kind of writer do you think that you've turned into?
Well, I spend a lot of time fiddling around.
Yeah.
And sometimes things come out of it. It is like lightning.
Good, okay.
It kind of strikes with inspiration. I take a lot of inspiration from just feelings, and then I fictionalize from there.
And I only say good because I've known writers who sit and pound, you know, and then they have, I'm in the key of G, and these are the chords I have to use. You know, and then nothing else can kind of go from there. And they write unbelievable, beautiful songs, but there's none of that stuff happening, which is different for writers like you, because it is wow, that sounded nice. Oh.
Yeah, there are some oops moments
Yeah,
that have made it into songs. Yeah.
Are you guys doing any studio work? I heard you mention a CD before that you left in the car.
I did. She has hers though.
Have you done anything? Have you been in the room together yet?
Well,
yeah.
On your record, yeah.
Yeah, and I just released my first album a couple months ago, and
Congratulations.
Eva's all over it. And,
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Eva's all over it. It's great. It's just Eva. Actually, I'm not even
All about Eve.
Yeah, I just kind of showed up and paid the engineer. No, it's called Words to Break Your Heart, actually.
Okay. Is it something we can get on iTunes or the CD Baby and all that
It's
stuff?
all
Great.
over the internet.
All over the place. That's where they got to be. You know, that's great. And congratulations.
Thank you.
First CDs are very exciting. They really, really are. And you should be proud. That's great. How about you?
I released my album in November last year, and yeah, it was quite a ride. And you were a part of the CD release night. We stick pretty close to each other.
That's great.
Yeah.
No, I think music buddies are the best. I have some great ones, you know, and it is so much fun. Do you guys put a bass player and drummer behind you at all, or a keyboard player, maybe a brass section, some strings?
Depending on the gig.
Depending on the gig, so you have some at your disposal. I mean, you wouldn't do it up at the Paradise in Dedham, maybe, but you might do it. You might do it at the Cantab or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've both played with full bands before.
You both have your own full bands.
Yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah, a little rotation.
Yeah.
I guess of
That's
sorts.
good.
Yeah.
Well, but you do work. So you work independent of each other as well.
Yeah.
How's that schedule working out?
You're busy. You're quite busy, actually.
Oh.
I feel like you're doing really well. Yeah, no, I mean, I think I don't know about, I mean, well, I do know. We don't have the full band for every show, so there isn't like the constant rehearsals.
Right.
We try and involve each other when we can. Just say, hey, are you available for this?
What's coming up? Do you guys got anything come? I mean, besides this, of course. You know?
This is it.
No.
Final show.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Well, tomorrow, Steph will be joining me at All Asia for an early set. We'll be playing around in the 7 o'clock hour, but the show goes from 6 until 9. There are lots of great bands playing from all over Massachusetts and I think elsewhere as well. So it's going to be a great time.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. If I can ask this last thing before we take a break and get you guys up there, if you had to, and this is the most unfair question I ever ask anyone, visual artists or anybody, if you had to categorize your music, you know how you're on Reverb Nation and they say genre, what kind of, you know, if you had to put a label to it and they'd only give you one.
Oh.
I know Reverb Nation gives you three.
Can we hyphenate?
I know Reverb Nation gives you three. Yeah, okay, since there's two of you, you can hyphenate. I allow it. Let it be written.
I tend to say indie folk pop.
There you go. Indie
Those
folk
three.
pop.
Indie folk pop.
Jazz alternative.
Yeah. Mumble mumble.
I'm exactly the same. Indie
Okay,
folk
well
pop.
then that's, okay. I just like to get that out of the
Yeah.
way before, you know, before you get up there with the major ninths and the diminished seventh chords, you know. Start jazzing us all. Listen, thank you, ladies. It's been, thank you so much
Thanks
for
for having us.
sticking with
Yeah.
us. Mr. Kurt is such a great guy. And,
Yeah, he really is.
and you should hear his voice when something goes wrong, when it goes like, you know, we've been friends for so long, I can see his face on the phone, you know? And the storm, we close the building, and there's this silence on the other end of the phone, and he's looking around the room, wondering. And I said, oh, but thank you for sticking with us. We're glad to have you here, and you're welcome back anytime. Well, let's hear the set first. No, I'm only teasing. I'm teasing, of course. Listen, we're going to take a break, gang. Hang in there for a couple of minutes. We're going to get the ladies. Is there a name for this thing?
Just our names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't
Okay,
know.
that's
Should
cool.
we make one up on the fly? I think.
I'll have one for you when we come back from the
Oh,
break.
great.
Listen, gang, hang in there. You are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, the host, and we're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at BNN. Listen, gang, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to get everything set up, and we will be back. So please don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, thank you, gang, for hanging in there. My name is Glenn Williams, and you are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. And as promised, I have delivered, and we are very, very proud to have live in our studios tonight Steph Barrak. Thank you very much for being here. This is going to be very, very great. And Eva Walsh, thank you so much for coming with that beautiful uke and these beautiful instruments. You guys are in for a great treat. Listen, gang, sit back and relax. We have not come up with a name yet. I'm not going to divulge that till later. But sit back and relax, please. You're going to really, really enjoy this. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, so I'm going to kick things off with a cheesy little song called It's Up to You. They say the month of May is best for giving hearts away, but somehow I missed the note. 'Cause it was last July I bade my heart goodbye, and sadly that's all she wrote. Take me walking through the park, whisper to me after dark, all of the things that you do in my dreams could make my little heart stop. Keep your hand entwined with mine, say you'll love me for all of time. If I could make all my wishes come true, I'd have you. Maybe I'm just sentimental, maybe I'm just out of my mind. Maybe you would notice if I told you you should go jump off a cliff for treating me like you do. Take me walking through the park, whisper to me after dark, all of the things that you do in my dreams. I'm keeping true to you, no matter what I do. I'm helplessly caught in your vicious trap. I'm gathering dust, can't leave because your love's a must. I'm out of hope and such a dope for you. So darling, it's up to you. Bow down, darling, it's up to you. Ba-da-da-da-da, darling, it's up to you.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to go now, play a little song for you. The song's called Connecticut. And Eva's going to join me on fiddle, which apparently is the same thing as a violin. It just depends on how you play it.
The studio changes things.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Your problems away, I don't have any time to talk to you. There are people that you could pay, your money cries louder than you do. And it may be sad, but it's just the state of things we're in. Don't get mad, play it like a game, maybe you'll win. I'm sorry I always snap, the smallest things can make me break. And I can't wait till I figure out what's really jacking up all my days.
show. Put your costume on, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gypsy tricks, your heart is fake, your words are spit, and I don't think you wanna see what happens when I open it on you. You got some nerve, you got some spunk, I think I know you well enough's enough. Please tell me it's a joke, right? 'Cause I'm still laughing on the inside, and I know you like I knew you when we were just little kids. Yeah, I know you like I knew you when we were rollerblading around the town, all up and down, back in Connecticut. Yeah, I know you and you wouldn't have liked this. Take a seat, come one, come all, come gather round and round and round. The freaks are taking over, and I can't tell the circus from the town. And I thought you'd understand that we are done, and I have had enough's enough. Please tell me it's a joke, right? 'Cause I'm still laughing on the inside, and I know you like I knew you when we were just little kids. Yeah, I know you like I knew you when we were rollerblading around the town, all up and down, back in Connecticut. Yeah, I know you and you wouldn't have liked this. It may be sad, but it's just the state of things we're in. Don't get mad. Play it like a game, maybe you're sad. Put your costume on. Sad. Put your costume on, maybe you'll win. All right. It's interesting being in the studio, you can't really rock out.
No.
I was trying to rock out there. I think I was just like squirming in my chair.
Yeah, it's a little different,
So what's next?
but I like it. Well, we're going to do Morning Glory, which is the first song on my album. And it's a little depressing.
Are we in tune?
Yeah. My instruments are reacting to this video.
Yeah. This is exactly how it happens during a live set.
I think that's good.
Cool.
So this is the first track on my record, which you can find anywhere on the internet.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. It's called Morning Glory. I'd like to think I sprouted me some wings, so I could fly ahead and see what the morning brings. Or maybe I could take a trip down to Mexico to meet somebody new or just have a place to go. 'Cause I am starving and I am choking on the air you told me to breathe. Now I ain't dreaming and I ain't waking, and it's hard to tell where the sun goes, hard to tell where the sun goes when it goes down. I swore I'd never see their face again. I'm walking slower now, but still I say amen. 'Cause I was starving and I was choking on the air you told me to breathe. Now I am dreaming and I am waking. Still it's hard to tell where the sun goes. Hard to tell where the sun goes when it goes down. When it goes down. When it goes down. Hard to tell where the sun goes. Hard to tell when it goes down.
All right. That song, the album version of that song is beautiful and makes me cry almost every time. So that was Morning Glory by Eva Walsh. Go check it out online right now. Maybe actually after this.
Right, there's still one more song to break your heart from Steph.
So all of this was hard?
Take what you need. I'm worth nothing. I'm worth nothing but the loving you keep giving to me. Do as the old man does, see him running, always running, just to keep his heart from falling too deep. And all of this was hard, and all of us were tired and torn and picked apart. I set it all on fire, and what a perfect start to ease my breaking heart. Oh, what a perfect start. Dance as the tall reeds do, always flowing by the ocean. Keep from feeling all the silence inside. And all of this was hard, and all of us were tired and torn and picked apart. I said it
Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there. Did I tell you or did I tell you? That was really, really fabulous. You are watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and if you've been with us since 6, you have been treated to a fabulous treat. This was very, very good. Eva, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, this is my first time in a TV studio.
Oh, okay. Great. You wouldn't have known it. I mean, you didn't get sick or anything. That was great.
Yeah, I haven't embarrassed myself yet.
Well, there's plenty of time for that. And Steph, thank you very, very much. Both of you write beautifully. It's and your voices sound like they've been together for a long time.
Oh.
We need a Steva CD.
Right. I like that.
Oh God, please don't do that to don't do that to yourself. Are there any plans for just the two of you with some appropriate little background stuff? I know a couple of guys that own some pretty fine studios, you know. They'd be more than happy to have you in the room.
Well, we'll continue making music together for sure.
Oh, I think that's for sure. I think you guys really got to do that, and I'd love to hear you with a little band, with your bands.
Oh yeah.
You know, and are they going to be at Asia, or is it going to be just you two?
It's just going to be us tomorrow.
Okay.
But then on Saturday morning, there's another segment.
Yeah, so I'll be playing on Transmission Hour.
Is that right?
Yeah. So both of us actually. So
They're both going to be there? I know the guys that do that.
Uh-huh.
They're okay guys.
that's good.
No, they are. They're what are they, in the other studio or something, right? Yeah, you'll like them. Most of them are okay.
Are they as cool as you?
No, I don't think so. Is this what we're on? Oh, I'm sorry. They're very cool. They're guys that I've known most of my musical life, so that's been a long time. And they're great guys. You're gonna enjoy that. I've done it. So they make you feel really good and cool and stuff. So.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Tomorrow night, all Asia. You're playing the 6 to 7.
I'm playing starting at around 7:20.
Starting at 7:20. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
that's
in
exciting.
that time, but there are going to be lots of great.
What
bands.
else is happening? Is it a?
Oh, I mean, there are just a number of other bands.
Yeah, that's the way Asia does it. I mean, they have great stuff.
Luckily, they're friends of mine, so I've been able to make music with them before, and it's going to be good vibes.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. Well, thank you very much. Good luck with the CDs.
Thank you.
You know, it's funny you called it an album. You're an awful lot older than you look if you're calling CDs. If you're still calling CDs albums. You're definitely. When do you think that the two of you are going to be playing with the band again? I'd like to see that.
Well, there's actually a little bit later this summer. We'll both be playing at the Hedge House Lawn Series in
that's gonna be
Plymouth,
fun.
Massachusetts. They have this beautiful open lawn on the ocean, and they put on these amazing concerts outdoors. And we're both going to be playing that night. And I think that's one of the next big ones for me.
That's great.
Yeah, so that'll be August 10th.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you do any studio work for other people? I mean, do you ever get to sit in and kind of work with?
Yeah.
I mean, well, being someone that reads, you know, it's probably something that can be available to you. Is that part of the music business you're pursuing?
Yeah. Well, I just have we've met a lot of people through our music making in the Boston area, and you know, it seems a lot of people need a fiddle player.
Isn't Boston great?
Yeah.
Are you guys originally from the area?
No, I'm from Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay, I still call New England the area, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. I guess so,
Connecticut?
yeah.
And?
I'm from Minnesota.
Now that's not from the area. If I can't get there this afternoon, it's not in the area. Minnesota. Oh, that's right, Vanderbilt, you said.
Well, yeah, Vanderbilt's in Nashville, so I kind of.
Well, it's over there.
If it's not New England,
somewhere not here.
If I can't get there this afternoon, it's over there.
It's right.
Well, that's great. And what brought you to Boston? Rock and roll?
Music. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we've got it here.
I
mean, the
know.
conservatories, Berkeley. I mean, it's just busting.
Yeah.
Busting with music. It's just the coolest place to be.
Yeah. And I'm so lucky that I met her.
I think you're lucky you found each other. I
Yeah.
think that I love the sound. I always listen to the voices, how the voices blend, and it's beautiful. It's perfect. Well, thank you for being here. You know what we're going to do, gang, is we're going to break a couple minutes early because we want to turn the studio back over to this great staff here at BNN. Listen, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I told you that was going to be fun. That was great. I mean, whenever we can bring live music, the kind of music that Boston deserves, you deserve too, because we are, after all, Boston. And congratulations for being here. I'm congratulating people for watching my program. It has stymied to that level. Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here. Get out there and do something artful for yourself. You know what to do tomorrow night. It sounds like there's going to be an awful lot of fun over at the All Asia Club, so buzz on over there after work. It looks like it's going to be a great time. And listen, like I like to say every week, please keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Please keep them in your minds. Don't let a day go by that you're not thinking of them, and do something artful, okay, gang? We'll see you next week, okay? Bye-bye now.